Welcome back to the off-gritter. What we're doing today, I'm going to weld up the frame. Sambo's got underneath there. He's given me a pattern. We decided to forget the pattern. We're just going to try to weld it the best we can. The pattern, it just doesn't work out. It looks like it may have a bend that's not supposed to be there. Not sure. We're going to cut this off. I believe Sambo's going to cut it off. Then I'm going to try to weld it. And I'm not a welder, but this is something I want to do.
He gets to do the fun
And
part.
forgive me, I'm not going to use the helmet. I'm going to do the 1, 2, 3, look away. I've only got one eye. And I hope my back gives out. I went to the doctor in an ER yesterday. The doctor sent me to the ER. Something else has happened with my back. We're not sure. They're doing a referral to my surgeon. So if I get halfway through this and I have to use my cane, forgive me. I'm trying without right now. Just hold in there.
Since you can't turn your neck
But
well.
I will probably...
That's so you can put it around.
I won't use that. Forget that. I will not use that.
Can't turn your neck, you goof.
But I will probably turn off the sound because we're going to have the generator going, the sound of the grinder. You probably won't be able to hear us. And that's a horrible noise. So I'll probably do a voiceover to explain what we're doing on the parts we need to. So forgive the noise if it does end up in there. I hope it doesn't. All right, let's get with it. I'm going to sit here, let Sambo start up the generator.
You ready?
Go.
Come on.
Okay, if he can get the generator started, we're going to go. I'm doing the voiceover now to make it a little bit better. He's going to do the grinding. I'm going to do the watching. The reason why we're doing this right now, he just started up the generator and it's really loud. This has a lot of grinding noise which really gets on people's nerves, so we're trying not to get on nerves. And he does not know how to use a grinder safely. I'm going to have to show him. He flipped it back around, so he's good. Somewhere in the middle of this, I take over because he just cannot grind straight. And it goes from the edges instead of from the top. I'm just giving him instructions to follow a line to cut through that. You can't go from the ends. It will not work. Just use up your bit, or your blade. You'll get the hang of it here in a minute. That's not a good thing right there. I'm going to have to step in here and stop him. There I go. I'm stopping, and knowing Sammy's probably arguing. Yep. Little instruction for the youngin'. This youngin' likes to argue, so, you know, sometimes Grandpa wins. I'm calling him youngin'. He's 20 years old. But he really has no experiences in life. Got through it. I think he's afraid to reach down near the hot metal and break it off. Excuse me. I'm trying to show him which side I had marked, which side I need to keep. Now I'm going to finish the grinding. I'm going to take the sharp edges off that you won't do, but I've been cutting. I've had metal stuck in me before from those edges. And of course, he likes to do himself. So here you go. He's going to try to straighten out his angle because his angle really wasn't too straight here. Which I really don't think, for what we're doing, I don't think that angle matters. But once again, he's OCD and he's got to have things just what he thinks is right. Really need to get this frame fixed because I carried heavy sheetrock today, a 5/8 inch heavy sheetrock in the back of that truck, and I really shouldn't have. But that's our hauling vehicle. That's our only vehicle, actually. Sam has a truck licensed in Ohio. It's no longer, it's expired. So he doesn't drive it. And now I'm trying to give him instructions on how we're going to do this. He's going to go underneath the truck and try it out to see if it fits. I think I'm going to go over here and turn off the generator. If I do, I'll come back and talk. That's exactly what I did. Let's go back to the regular speaker. What he's doing is going underneath there and trying it out for fit, but not only that, looking to see if we can add a box toward the end. He decided to go flat. I'd rather have a box for added support because that's where that strut goes, and we need that support.
Box is a no-go, too diagonal. Won't be able to weld to nothing.
What about this back end?
No, that's where it's too diagonal. Because I'm trying to keep it straight with the front, because that's where it's worse. And I won't have enough room over here.
You're coming off the frame?
Give me the pencil, I have an idea.
You can't come off the frame.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, this is wider than the frame, so just give me the pencil. We're going to have to bend this a little anyway.
You can't bend it sideways, you can bend it up and down.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Here. Just trying to size it up. We don't always agree on these parts.
Ow, that's hot.
I mean, it has to be straight with the frame. It can't be off to the side.
So, let's see, where was it?
Well, get up and come over here.
Oh, it sticks off the frame in the back right here. Because this is thicker than the frame anyway.
Yeah.
It sticks off right there and right there.
So it
I
goes
didn't
like
get-
this?
No. It's like, more like, well, I'm going to use this side of the thing because it's not hot. It's more like,
On the frame.
it's kind of like that.
Ooh, we gotta have something coming to the frame. That can't.
No, it's on the frame more than it looks, but I can't get the, I'd have to show you. But I can't quite get a picture.
I'm afraid your diagonal's getting this off the frame.
No, it's fine. I'm still more than on the frame. But one side we do have to bend a little more. We have to find a way to heat it. What? You ain't got propane.
Move.
No, don't do that because it's not going to be accurate.
Get that piece of block.
No, no.
Get the piece of block.
No.
I'm old school.
Give me this stupid thing. I got to mark where we're going to bend it at least. No.
Okay, mark where it's got to be bent, and I'll. There's the block.
You ain't going to get mad at me for saying stupid.
I'm not supposed to lift this stuff, but there it goes.
It's like 5 pounds. Come on, man.
That's more than 5 pounds.
Ha! If I can lift it with 2 fingers. I'm the weakest they come, I'll tell you what. That's a fact.
Okay, what we decided to do, he's going to cut off a piece here, make this angled. It has a little corner to it. We're going to cut this off right here at this line so we can put it on here. That's where our box will be for the bracket that we need. He's going to turn on the generator as soon as he gets something to drink here. And then he's going to cut this before I try to weld it. I'm not sure if I can weld it, but I'm going to try. I'm going to give it an effort. The old school way. Okay, we turned it off again. He's going to start grinding his funny little angle. Actually, I think I'd grind the angle. I think I'd take over here in a minute. He's kind of afraid of the sparks. And I'm not. They don't bother me. Sorry for the background noise. My wife actually works at a Food City grocery store. And I'm editing in the parking lot and the cart corral. is being cleared out. I wait for my wife to get off work, and I edit in the meantime. I took over that. You can't stand the sparks, as you notice. I could care less. They don't bother me. I've been around stuff like this all my life, so it doesn't really bother me. I just wish I could weld. Believe it or not, my dad was a welder for 38 years. And I believe it was 38 years. But he never taught us how to weld because he didn't have a welder at home. He used an accelerate, what do they call it? Arc welding. Oxyacetylene welder. And he wasn't going to pay for the expenses at home when he does it all day. And I can't blame him. He wants to get away from that. And he used to have some deep burns. It was horrible, especially around his ankles, above his boots. He'd burn through his socks. Horrible. But my dad was a tough guy. He wouldn't quit. He wouldn't go to the doctor. He wouldn't do anything. He'd just go on. Mom sometimes would talk him into putting some salve on it or something, but it'll heal. Did that for so many years. I just didn't bother him. Maybe I took that after my dad because sometimes I can get injured and people will say, hey, how are you bleeding? And I said, I didn't know I was. So there you go. I got his angle cut. Wanted 5.5 inches, and I think I made it more like 6. He just started welding and he thinks he's a good welder, but he's learning, but he still can't weld straight in line. He's got some big bloops here and there, and usually there's metal still, crack of the metal still showing when he's done. Now he's going to go back underneath there.
I'm not sure if you can hear me. What he's doing now, he's going underneath to double check the fit. Hopefully.
Sorry for that, I didn't know it was so loud or I wouldn't have done that. Just overlooked that. But he's gone underneath there. He's seeing the fit, what it'll do. Now we're discussing the boxing. He doesn't know about the boxing. Doesn't know the length.
You know what I mean? Keep the hand right there.
Alright, we're getting ready to, I've got to grind some of this off. There's the size that he wants. He marked where he wanted it. And I'm going to leave it up to him because I can't get underneath the car. I was underneath there yesterday. I'm going to show clips of that. With him trying to clean off. I thought he was cleaning off some of the rust off the frame, and it turned out he was cutting into the frame, trying to find good metal, and I had to stop him. I said, no, you don't cut it into the frame. You try to clean the rust off till you find thick metal around the brake. But he really cut into about 4 or 5 inches of good frame. So that's what one of our pieces is for. It's got to go over top of that. He actually had good metal there. He was looking for a thicker metal, and unfortunately, that was the thick metal. I'm not sure what gauge that Chevy uses for the frame. I think it's rusted out because it's really not a heavy grade like it should be, but it held up all these years, so it's just now rusted out. Yeah, hot old man. That might get hot. trying to grind this off, get it straighter. It wasn't too bad. In case he has to butt that up against something, that's the reason why I'm trying to get it a little straighter. Of course, we can match whatever we're butting it up against to that. Boy, you see that wind blowing my hair? I need a haircut. Like a woolly old man. Well, I guess I am. Everybody says I need to let the hair go or trim the beard. No, I'm sorry. Trim my hair and let the beard go, but I'm not liking the bushy beard. So I'll leave that up to you. Any comments, let me know. If people think I need to trim it, I'll trim it. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think I'm piecing it, seeing how I can piece it together. See if I got the edges straight so they match. Of course, Sam's going to come over here. He's the welder, so he's going to come over here and he's going to tell me how to do it. Right now, I'm clamping it on the side of the table so I don't have to hold the corner up. This is tricky. This is something that any welder just hates, having the clamp. Sorry about the roaring noise behind me. It sounds like a storm alert going on. It's not. It's inside the lobby inside Food City here. They've got a very loud vacuum noise, and I hope it doesn't bother you too much. I'm doing a voiceover because
got to go harder than that. You can't just tap it. Sure, it counts on. My feet's too fast. No, until you're not hitting it, you're not hitting it. You got to have a lift. No, perfectly fine. That looks better. Hold on, this is an educational moment.
This right here, people, is why you wear safety glasses. Unlike we're not doing.
Yeah, these are safety.
Yeah, right.
They're safety.
Sheesh.
You got another one around here somewhere.
Yeah, there's a bunch in that thing. Man, you're lucky.
That's not the only one that's happened to.
Yeah, I know, but man, if that flings at you, you're gone.
Put this one back on. We'll finish this one off since we're just finishing that. This one back on. Finish it. Ain't first time that happened. Wait a minute, where are you going with that? You got the.
Yeah, I know.
You got the. No. Shoot him.
Plus, none of them are. There's too many.
Where's the wrench?
It's like Swiss cheese.
Where's the wrench?
I don't know.
How'd you take that one off?
I didn't. It already broke. It completely spun off. I don't know where the wrench is. I had
Did you unplug this?
Yeah, I know. The generator's off.
Oh, you gotta start it back up.
Did you get that tight enough?
Uh-huh.
But we're gonna have to redo that anyway.
We might. The reason why I'm sanding it down to see how much weld we've got.
Yeah.
Ugly weld that ain't going nowhere. Don't do that! I'm walking on my cane. I ain't a good thing. That's not giving out.
you've been watching here where I welded it, and I'm trying to grind it off now to keep Sam from picking on me. Because he is kind of fastidious about things. He's a little OCD. Not a little, he's a lot OCD. But if I grind it off enough, maybe he can see the little cracks. He's worried because he thinks I'm sending that right for the welder, which is not good for the welder. I don't worry about stuff like that. It's in a closed box. It's not going to get on the wiring. It's not going to get on anything. So I'm about done with this, and I hope it's not too boring. Actually, quite a bit there when it was real quiet. I actually thought I was recording, and I looked down and my button was off. Sorry. So we've missed quite a bit of that. I hope it wasn't too bad. Maybe you're tired of my voice by now. I usually don't make this long a video. Somebody has loud music over there. Let me turn this off. I had to turn off the sound there for a minute. Somebody was blaring some music and copyright infringement, so I didn't want to do that. So I turned off the sound. Kind of rude when people park in a parking lot and they've got the volume up for their music, and I guess they expect to share it with everybody else. I'm showing him what it looks like. It's not too bad. He's got a couple of spots he'll hit, and that's okay. He's going to weld on the backside. I'm kind of questionable about the backside. I'm not questioning, but I'm afraid he'll build up the weld on the backside to where it won't fit up tight against the existing frame. He may have to grind a lot right there. If it stays back from the frame, he can't get a good weld. Found my cane. It's cane time. But bending over really got my back.
Okay, I did a pretty crappy job, but
Not sure why I'm standing here. I'm trying to talk over top of the generator. It's not really working. And so I'm just going to talk over it. Well, he's welding.
He's a lot better welder. He's just learning. I've never learned.
I'm not sure what he's doing here. Oh, he's looking at the settings. I had it down too low, and he's particular about his settings, so. Actually, I've got more experience than him. I just bought this welder. Actually, it's the second one. The first one just quit on us. Don't know why. And it's Harbor Freight. So we took it back to Harbor Freight, and they honored it and gave us a new one. And that's when he started learning. But he picks up things fast, and he loves welding. I'm trying to zoom in so you can see the weld a little bit better. I'm trying to explain to you here that off camera that for some reason I can look at a weld. I don't know if it's because of my bad eye or what, but I can look at it a little bit longer than most people. It doesn't do anything to my eyes. It doesn't hurt my eyes. It doesn't make white spots. I try not to, though, because I know it can't be good. Now, if he was a good welder, you know as well as I do, he would have one line straight on that back because it's no more than 6 inches. but he has to keep stopping. And he says, oh, that's a good weld. And well, when you look at it and you see good welds, it's not a good weld, but it'll work. That's all we care. It will work, and he's learning. If we can keep welding on things, I think Sambo might end up being a good welder. He likes welding, so. Might end up doing something with it. He can keep it up.
Get that clippers.
Too much line. And he's using
You're
my
running
good
my
scissors. I've got a pair of cutters right over there. He says they're too little and he don't like them, but that's why I bought them. His line came out too fast and pushed it over. That's our argument. For some reason, he likes to keep about an inch or more line
For some reason, I can put it
welding
that
wire
way. It
coming
does
out.
not bother me.
Way
Just
too much.
grinding
I've
one
told
out,
him
I
that.
guess helps.
Technically, you're not supposed to have much more than a
watch it
quarter
on
of an
the
inch to a
camera.
half an inch sticking out. But, so I like
Don't do too
I'm
much
going
on
to try
that
to fix
side.
mine a little bit.
I knew it wouldn't be good
He
enough
only put
for
some
him.
few spots on this and said they were perfect spot welds. Yeah, we'll discuss that later.
I welded a
He can get his
Ford Ranger
self-adjusted
frame
here.
one time. I took the nut off the frame with Swiss cheese. I had the ugliest welds in the world, but let me tell you something. When I moved out here, they carried lumber, they carried everything. So the welds help. They don't have to be pretty to hold. He's a perfectionist, and he sees the crack, he's got to cover it. So
I think
guess that's a
the
good
video's
thing.
about over. I hope so, because voiceovers sometimes are a nuisance. Sometimes watching welders can be like watching paint dry, and I hope this hasn't been that way. I hope you enjoy it. Just looking to see how perfect it is. And he's done.
Got it? You need to grind it off so it fits against the frame.
As soon as we turn off the generator here, I'll turn the sound back on. The closing arguments. He's wanting to go ahead and grind it off. I said, no, let's end this video. It's been too long.
Okay, we're going to end the video here. Here's what we were working on. We'll have to clean that up some before we put it on. I believe this is the upside and this is the tail side, right? It will go like this.
Nope, sits up like this.
Oh, okay. You got it different than I thought it was going to be. But, okay. As long as you can get to the welds.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's our weld. We're going to clean it up. Of course, we'd have to. We're going to try to finish welding this to the truck, hopefully the next video. You'll probably see Sambo underneath, probably grinding, cleaning it up so we can get to good metal, and then have something to weld this to. It's going to be a trick because this upper end, there's barely anything there to weld it to. And it's going to be a reach. He's got to reach in between the spring, and what is it, the shock?
Yeah, it's the spring. We still have to bend that a little more, but
I don't know how we're going to bend it.
Carefully.
Not with that on there. We should have bent it before we put that on.
well, no, that's not in the way.
So, okay, but today that's going to close out this video. Hope you like it. Remember, please like, and please, I need some subscriptions. Thank you.
Don't forget to hit the bell icon.